Okay, we're about a week away from Christmas, and looks like they've taken down gold and silver quite significantly. There's been heavy suppression on the spot price, but you know, consider it a Christmas gift as far as it being a buy or not. We're like below the Bollinger Band, so any purchase within here on down is a great buy. I think now it's at like a 29 spot for silver. We're approaching the 1500s for gold per ounce, and that's just an extraordinary buy, as well as you know that being in the gold and silver game, so to speak, physical or otherwise. So don't let it bother you too much. Obviously it's a time to buy, but you're in this for the long haul, so just sit back and watch the fireworks. Consider it a Christmas gift, and a blessing, in disguise, because on the horizon here, turn of the year, there's going to be some massive problems. The European crisis is going to come back into the forefront. It never got resolved. It never will get resolved. So we'll see which countries go down, which countries take the bait, so to speak, with Merkel and Sarkozy's plan to kind of refinance or to reorganize the debt situation. I don't see any way how they can hold it off, for another year. This has been brewing for a long time. The Greek crisis, we've been talking about this for a couple of years now. I remember 3 years ago we started talking about the Iceland issues, and then Greece popped up, smaller nations popped up, and their problems haven't gone away. And unemployment continues to rise around the world, even here in China. I can sense a cool down as far as the progress. The development is still going strong as far as construction, but that's just to keep people busy. There's definitely a cool down here. How long and how deep it will be is yet to be determined, but should be a wild ride. In addition, what you want to do is take a look at who's buying gold and watch the amounts. We should see some major gold purchases here going forward as the spot price dips. Which nations are buying and how much, and watch that very closely. That'll tell you a lot as to what the situation is, and it's really about them showing their hand. When nations buy gold at record amounts, we saw South Korea buy a massive amount of gold, which they hadn't been accustomed to. India is always in there buying. China is always buying hand over fist. Everyone's buying except for the United States. The United States government doesn't buy. The banks buy because the banks control the United States government. So, which governments are buying and which banks are buying and which individuals are buying, of course, that's a little bit more difficult to determine, as they usually buy through proxy, but should be some heavy action coming up. This is actually kind of a reproduction of an old temple. As with most things in China, it's rarely ever the genuine article, because over time you've got thousands of years of history here. Things get torn down, burnt down, weather, things have to be restored or rebuilt, and that is the case with this particular building. So enjoy the view. Starting to get a little cold here, but it's nothing compared to back home, trust me. How low is silver going to go? Well, let's think about anywhere between the $25 and $28, $29 range. There's been some experts that I actually halfway trust that have said that it could get down to 25. If it does, buy with both hands, because you're basically getting it for half the all-time high. So is there anything that you can buy out there today as an investment that is half of its all-time high, and you know, with inflation, it's even a bigger deal, really, because not only are you getting half the spot price, but you're getting more value for that investment, that purchase. Gold, maybe 1580 as a bottom. One of the experts that I follow closely had called the bottom somewhere in the low 16s possible, but we're looking maybe 1580, 1581, right in there. Anytime you can get it anywhere close to that, obviously go ahead and buy it by the gram, buy it by the ounce, buy it by any way you can, because you're going to be thinking yourself down the road.